Hello people and welcome to my channel. I'm so grateful to have you here with me for this video. Today we're going to talk about burnout and my experience with it during exams. Whew. So let's talk about it for a moment. I have been on exams for Okay, so my first test was at the end of June, and my last exam is going to be next week at the end of September. I have been on exams for 3 months straight. It has been rough. I study medicine and I'm now finishing the fourth year of my medical studies, but I also took this year to study public health as a second degree. So my exams this year were for both of the degrees simultaneously, which was great. It was so much fun. I enjoyed it so much. So firstly I had the exams for public health, and I still had them while I was on the surgery rotation. So I had to be in the rotation and in the department, but at the same time I had to study for tests and also take them while I was supposed to be there. But it was fine. Like I got through it because they're not really hard exams. It was okay. But as we got closer and closer to my medical school exams, it got harder because I needed to start studying, but I kind of couldn't because I had the other exams that I had to study for. And while everyone around me started to study for the internal exam, which was our first exam, I had to still study for public health. And that was really stressful, and I didn't really know what to do, but I just knew I had to keep going. For me it was kind of like going from one test to the other, like just going, not stopping for a moment because I just didn't have the time. And then the medical school exam started, and boy were they rough! That was a tough time for me because I was really stressed out, and you know this feeling when you just feel like everybody else knows so much more than you, and you can't get any more information into your brain. That was how I felt for like about a month and a half, I guess, from this period. It was stressful, but I guess my friends really helped me through it, even though they are the ones that know everything. But they are also really understanding, and they really helped me through it, and I'm really grateful for them. So like on the med school exams, we didn't have any classes, we just had like 2 weeks or a week or whatever amount of time to just study for a test, and that's essentially what you do when you're a med student. You just wake up in the morning kind of early as you can. You go to the library because that's, for me, the best place to focus and like to feel like everyone around me are studying so hard, and like I need to do that too. So I went to the library every day, so just that it's open, and then I would essentially just sit at the library from when it opened until it closed. It's kind of like an 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. schedule. So just studying the 12 hours almost straight, you know, like taking some breaks and going to eat and still trying to live life almost normally, I guess. But also just like really being super focused all of the time, and like really just going, okay, so I need to study this and this and this, and I need to get this amount of pages done every day, and really like being all in, which took quite a toll on me. It was very stressful, and I tried to do it as with the least amount of stress that I could, but it's a stressful situation, what can I say? So then, after the library closed, I took the bus back to my apartment, and my decision was when the library closes, I don't study anymore because I need just like those few hours of just being with myself or being with my friends, just not thinking about the exams and studying anymore. Like I've already been doing this for 12 hours today. I need a few hours off. So for me, those were the evening and the night time because I'm just not as focused on those times. And that was kind of what I was trying to do to prevent the burnout, not studying even when I got to my apartment. I would say it kind of helped. It must have helped a little, but still it was such a hard time, such a stressful time that I still felt so burnt out after just a few days. Also, like I started this routine after studying for all the exams of the public health degree at the same time. So I was kind of already burnt out because I was studying for the other exams for like about a month or so prior to these exams. The thing is, while I was studying for my med school exams, I felt the burnout already. I knew something is missing, but I just didn't have the time to fix it and like to give myself a break. I felt like I didn't have enough time and I didn't know enough, and I just needed to keep on going and like no breaks. And in the evenings, I didn't want to think about like the ways that I can prevent the burnout. I just wanted to do nothing. I didn't want to like plan and I just needed the break. I just wanted to do nothing. So I didn't really have the time to think about how do I get myself to not feel this way for the entire month and a half or 2 months that I have the exam. Whenever I had some time, like when I was on the bus, I kind of began having these thoughts of like, is this really worth it? Like all this time that I am putting into studying, and I'm suffering. I can feel my body suffering, like not having enough exercise, trying to eat healthy but not always succeeding because stress and like just staying indoors all day. It was just so clear for me that this is not the life that I want to live, that I was like, if everything ends right now, like let's say I'm having a car crash, is this how I want my life to end? With these feelings of like pretty much suffering every day and not living the life that I know that I want, that I deserve to have. So I had to keep reminding myself that this is for the long run, and yes, right now I am suffering, and maybe for the next exams I should start studying a bit earlier to not have all of this stress on me. But still, for right now, this is what I've got, and if I want to become a doctor, and if I want to help people, this is just I'm not happy about it, but this is what I have to do right now to get to this point in the future. And it sucked, and I kind of thought about it every day, but it is what it is, in a way. And I know now that for next year I have to start studying way earlier because I don't want to get through it again. The thing that I learned from this experience was you need to try to prevent burnout as much as you can. And it means planning ahead and getting to the point where you don't have to be super stressed out when you study for the test. Like you can take some breaks every now and then just so you would be able to study and also rest, and also like taking the time for myself, because I did stretch every morning and I meditated every morning, and I really tried to be my best. And it's like the paradox, because I was so aware of everything. I was so aware of how wrong this whole period of time has been. Like, I knew it, while I was going through it, that this is not how it should be, and that when it's done, I'm just going to feel like, ugh. So the thing that I have missed the most was watching TV or Netflix or whatever. I did not let myself start any new series before the exams because I knew that if I would and I would get exhausted, like I wouldn't want to do anything, and I would just want to sit and see Netflix and do nothing. And if I don't have enough willpower at that exact moment, then I might just do that instead of studying. So I just didn't allow myself to start any new shows. I watched quite a lot of YouTube, but that's because you can stop a YouTube video in the middle and like they're shorter. Like it was okay. So I missed just doing nothing in Netflix. I really missed the sun. Like I missed the outside. I felt like anything that I've done, I did indoors. Like I would sit indoors, study for the entire day. I would try to eat my lunch outside, but it just didn't. It still didn't feel like enough. I missed taking walks outside, and feeling the sun on my face and on my skin because when I finished studying for the day, it was already dark outside, so I didn't really get much sun. I tried like taking breaks and going like for walks, but I couldn't do that every day. So I just also it wasn't enough. Like it didn't felt like I actually have enough time outdoors, and I really missed that. I missed talking to people without having like the like the little voice inside your head, like at the back of your mind, going like, you need to study right now. It's I know it's what makes you happy right now to talk to people, but we need to study right now. And like we need to end this. So I just really missed having conversation with people without constantly thinking about, well, I kind of need to go back to studying. Like just sitting down, having a conversation with a friend without worrying about anything. Really missed that. I missed exercising as much as I would have liked to. I tried to keep some routine, but I feel like it was less than what I wanted to do. I guess that those are like the things that I have learned that were really important to me, and that's what I'm taking away from these exams. So see you in the next video. Bye.